What's up, guys? Lots of people always ask me to make videos on chest, shoulders, traps, back, you name it. And I always tell them that those videos have already been done in a much more better format, better than the ones you see on my YouTube channel. The whole idea behind Miami Muscle is to help you make shaping and building your muscle much more easier to follow and understand, as well as workout schedule and nutrition plans that fits your body type. We also have professionally produced videos with multiple camera angles and state-of-the-art animation that will show you the range of motion from one exercise to the other. As a certified personal trainer, I'm gonna make sure I keep you safe and make sure you do the exercise the right way. I'll be there guiding you along the way, and most of all our exercises have been doctors approved. Each video shows you correct form along with common mistakes, so it also allows you to download pictures from our website so you can take it along with you to the gym as a guide. So check out this video. It will give you an idea of what to expect from our tutorials. Okay, now we're gonna do leg press. Leg press, I'll say, is a little variation of squats. It's more for building your size in your quads without really putting any stress on your joints at all. And the one common mistake that I see with this exercise is, once again, too much weight. People load too much weight there. So make sure you always stay within your goal. Forget about who is trying to impress who, because you're there to train and build muscle. Leg press is more like doing squats, but now you're on your back. When you're doing squat, your feet placement is the same. You know, you're just pointing your toes out slightly. If you turn your toes in, I've heard guys say, turn your toes in, you're gonna feel it more on the inside or the outside. This is very bad, because when you turn your toes in, your knees are gonna rotate inward. And this is what we're trying to avoid. You don't need to turn your toes in or straight. Just put your feet up on the plate like you're just standing and you want to do a squat. So another common mistake that I see is they're going too fast, straight up and down, and their knees are bending in and they're locking their knees out. So I'm going to show you a few of these common mistakes, and then I'll show you the proper form. What guys do when they lay down on the leg press machine, they push off, roll it out, and it's either their legs are too far out or their legs are too far in. What they do, the knees comes in, and sometimes some of them put your hands right here, and they're doing this. That's all they're doing. They're barely going down, they're just bending their knees, and they're not feeling, there's nothing going on in the muscle right now. You're gonna be able to lift a lot of weight, but you're not gonna really be able to load your quads properly. So the proper way of placing your feet is you wanna always go shoulder width, just like you're doing squats. And make sure your toes are slightly point out towards your shoulders. And I see some guys drop their heels, your feet too down, close to the bottom. What this will do, if you come down, your knees will roll over your toes. And this is so bad for your knees, just like doing squats and allowing your knees to go over your toes. Or when you go too high, what's gonna happen is, right there my toe is off, I'm just gonna be pushing down too much on my hips. So the most important thing is find your medium. Everybody's, comfortable medium is different. Play with it a little bit, and you will find that happy medium where you need to place your feet. So when you're coming down, you want to come down really slow, right about there, and make sure your knees are pointing to your shoulders, not in, not too far out. Pointing to your shoulders, control, and when you get to the top, please don't lock your knees. When you lock your knees, you're not only deloading the muscle, you're also putting too much stress on your knee from behind, so you're hyperextending your knees. So when you get to the top, make sure you maintain that knee bend. So that knee bend is gonna make sure you keep more load going into the quads. So you wanna control, push through your heels, come down. Once your quads kind of make contact with your rib cage, that's when you know you wanna push out. Come down really slow, maintain your shoulders and your knees pointing towards your shoulders, and come up and extend. Do not lock your knees at the top. Bend your knees pointing to the shoulders really slow, and push through your heels, squeeze, but don't lock your knees. So you always want to keep your hips on the pad. Don't allow it to roll upward, because when it rolls upward, you put too much stress in your lower back. So make sure your butt is right on the pad. You go down really slow, and then you press up. And when you're done, just push without locking your knees, and then you hang it down. So make sure you remember all these little tips. Don't put too much weight on the machine, and make sure your knees are not going in. Your knees and hand goes towards your shoulder, and you want to go shoulder width. Sometimes the guys that are taller will widen their legs out a little bit so they can have more range of motion. And that's how you do a leg press. If you want to get serious about your training and get your body to the best shape of your life, consider being a Miami Muscle member today and get video tutorials for the whole body. It's inexpensive. It's a one-time fee. So I always say these all the time at Miami Muscle, is that we make things simple and easy to follow. Complexity is the enemy of execution. And here in Miami Muscle, we'll make things easy for you to follow so you can understand how to build your muscle and get in the best shape of your life. Moji Out for Miami Muscle. I'm out.